Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I was out here on the range doing some testing here today, and I was on my break, checked the news, and I just found out that the trial for the armor and the rust fatality case, the one where Mr. Gun Control Alec Baldwin shot two people on his set with a prop gun that was loaded with live ammunition. The irony there is not lost on me at all, but that trial has concluded, and she was found guilty. I know that there's going to be a lot of videos made about this, and most of them are going to come at it from the direction of righteous indignation, and I wanted to take a more metered response, as well as issue an important message to the movie industry on something that I think is a big deal that you guys need to address right quick and in a hurry before another incident like this occurs. All that and more after we hear a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is brought to you by Mission First Tactical. Many of you out there will recognize this brand as a producer of accessories that you use on a regular basis. However, new for 2024, they have a line of drinkware items that are mocked up to look like certain things. Not only do some of them look like boomy things, but they also have accredited military gear. I have a full video on their acro packs that we covered late last year, and now this pack is available in Dirty Hippie Green. I'll have a discount code listed in the pinned comment down below and also over the affiliates page, so if you're interested in anything from Mission First Tactical, then you can use my code and get 20% off.
Now, as a firearms professional, I was not asked to do anything associated with this case, so I typically try to stay silent on any ongoing court case because I don't think it's my place to influence that. So the Baldwin trial will be coming up in July, and I really don't care to discuss what I think about that situation until which time that whole thing concludes. I think that from the intro you can tell that I don't particularly care for the dude, and I don't really have anything nice to say about the guy. So today we're going to talk solely about the incident with the armor. And I have been following this case in the background, and it is clear to me from the evidence that we've been able to see that a couple things are at least partially true here. And that is that the individual in question either did not fully understand the safety protocols that needed to be in place to be able to perform this job properly, did not respect the protocols and the consequences of them, and or may have been using substances that altered one's ability to rationalize the consequences and implementation of those protocols. For the sake of brevity, we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. There is irrefutable evidence that there were live, dummy, and blank firing cartridges all mixed in together in the same packaging on the set. And as a firearms professional who works with guns every single day, that is just a no-no. You don't mix the cartridges up, you don't put them in separate packages, you don't mix them together. They are spatially segregated on a regular basis. There is a protocol for that sort of thing. And on top of that, because we're talking about a movie set, there is no comprehensible reason why you would have live ammunition on the set. There is a cinematographic reason why the firearm itself might be able to accept dummy rounds, which are rounds that don't have any propellant or a primer in them, but have the projectile on the top of them for the purposes of looking like live ammunition, because live ammunition and dummy rounds look very, very similar. They are identical from the external, just visually inspecting them. There are reasons that the gun would be able to accept those dummy loads, and there is a reason for those dummy loads to be there and to look like live ammunition. There is no reason whatsoever for live ammunition to be on the set, and it is confirmed through testimony that the armorer was responsible for bringing the live ammunition onto the set. I've seen a couple things written over the course of the last, however long this whole thing's been going on that have kind of bothered me. The first is dangerous job, dangerous consequences. Time out. Are you blaming the videographer? yeah, it shouldn't have been in front of the... Stop. It is not the videographer's job to make sure the work environment is safe. Their whole job is to capture the scene. It is not their job to make sure that working environment is safe. Unless we're talking about like war zone filming and stuff like that, well, that obviously is their safety on themselves. But on a canned movie set, their job is to do one thing and one thing over, and that is get the shot. It is the support staff's job to make sure that that working environment is safe. In this instance, it is the job of the armorer to make sure that when she hands the firearm or prop gun to the actor that it doesn't have live bullets in it and is loaded with the proper complement of whatever the scene calls for. That also, clearly, the concept of differentiation between those types of things was not properly handled. The second thing that has bothered me is, oh, the 4 rules of firearm safety would have prevented this. There are real substantive cinematographic reasons why you might point a firearm at the camera. I do it all the time, although I will point out that my cameras don't have live humans standing behind them. But there are real cinema reasons why you might do that. And it is on the support staff, again, to ensure that that can be carried out safely. It is their job to create the environment that allows for that sort of thing to happen. There are ways to make that happen and everybody can be safe. And it looks like we had, again, a failure in that protocol from looking at all the evidence that was presented. So what I would say to the movie industry is it is clear that you guys are not going to stop using guns in movies anytime soon, no matter what your soapbox crap that you're going to stand up and say about, you know, guns and glorification of violence and all the things that have made you filthy wealthy over the years. You're not going to stop doing it anytime soon. So if you're not going to do that, then we need to have a real discussion about making those environments safe. And you do that by hiring real professionals that know their shit, provide these environments for you to do your craft. Because we all like your movies, even though you probably don't like us very much. The problem is that there is an ever-shrinking population of people that do the types of things that I do and my friends do in the space that are willing to work with you because of the kind of stuff that you put out, as far as how we're the problem and we are evil people because we are interested in liberty and firearms and all that sort of stuff. If you continue to demonize people like us, we will not work with you. Given the movie industry's behavior over the course of the last years and decades, it's a miracle that you have people like Taryn Butler who's willing to bring you guys in and put up with your crap long enough to teach you how to hold the thing properly so you don't look like a doofus in your movie. It's a miracle that you got people like Larry Zanoff who are willing to show up and outfit your sets with millions of dollars worth of real machine guns and things like that that are really hard to get a hold of, let alone convert to prop guns so that you can use them in your movies. It's a miracle that you got companies like the Leviathan Group who are willing to work with firearm industry partners to even supply the prop shops with the firearms that are then converted to prop guns at all. Because I can tell you what, there ain't enough money on the planet to get my ass to leave my farm and go work on a movie set with a douchebag like Alec Baldwin. So you need to turn yourself around, or you're going to continue to see incidents like this because you're going to put people in place that have no business being there.